This happened more than a decade ago, back when I was still in college. And even now, I hesitate before telling it out loud because saying it makes it feel real again. I've always been uncomfortable in forests at night. There's something about the way sound behaves out there, how a single snap of a twig can feel intentional, like someone placed it exactly where you'd hear it. Back then, though, I didn't respect that instinct nearly enough. A few friends and I decided to take a weekend trip to a remote cabin owned by one of their uncles. It was cheap, isolated, and had no cell service, which everyone thought was charming. We drove for hours, the road narrowing until asphalt gave way to gravel, then dirt. By the time we arrived, the sun was already dipping below the tree line, and the woods surrounding the cabin felt thick, too thick, like they were pressing inward. The first night was normal. We drank, laughed, played cards, and made stupid jokes about horror movies. Around midnight, we decided to sit outside by the fire. That's when I heard it for the first time. A voice. Faint, distant, but undeniably human. It sounded like someone calling my name. At first, I assumed it was one of my friends messing with me, but everyone was sitting right there. When I asked if anyone else heard it, they all shook their heads. I laughed it off, blaming the alcohol, but deep down, I knew what I heard. About 20 minutes later, it happened again, clearer this time. My name, spoken softly, coming from somewhere deep in the woods behind the cabin. One of my friends noticed my reaction and asked what was wrong. I told them, and suddenly the joking stopped. One of them admitted he'd heard something too, but it didn't sound like my name to him. It sounded like someone asking for help. Against better judgment, curiosity won. We grabbed flashlights and walked toward the tree line, calling out, asking if anyone was there. No response, just silence so heavy it felt loud. After a few minutes, we agreed it was nothing and headed back. That night, I woke up to the sound again. This time, it was right outside my window. The voice whispered my name slowly, carefully, like it was tasting the syllables. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. I didn't dare look outside. In the morning, we found footprints circling the cabin. Bare footprints, leading into the woods. None leading back. We left immediately. To this day, I don't go into forests at night, and sometimes, when it's quiet enough, I swear I still hear that voice, trying to sound like me.
This happened when I was working late shifts at a downtown office building. It was one of those places that feels empty even when people are inside it, too clean, too quiet, like it's waiting for something. I usually left around 11 p.m., long after everyone else had gone home. One night, I got into the elevator alone on the 12th floor and pressed the button for the lobby. The doors closed and the elevator started descending normally. Then it stopped. The lights flickered. The digital display went blank. Before I could panic, the elevator started moving again, but not down, up. I pressed the lobby button again. Nothing happened. I tried the emergency button. Silence. The elevator kept climbing past floors that didn't exist. The display suddenly lit up again, showing numbers I had never seen before. Floor 13, floor 14, floor 15. The building only had 12 floors. The elevator stopped abruptly. The doors opened to a dark hallway. No lights, no signage, just a long corridor stretching into blackness. I stayed inside, heart pounding, waiting for the doors to close. That's when I heard footsteps, slow, deliberate, coming toward the elevator from the darkness. A silhouette appeared at the far end of the hallway. Tall, too tall. Its movements were wrong, jerky, unnatural, like a marionette with tangled strings. I slammed every button I could reach. Just as the figure reached the edge of the light, the doors closed. The elevator dropped suddenly, plunging downwards so fast my knees buckled. When it finally stopped, the doors opened to the lobby like nothing had happened. I reported it the next day. Maintenance told me the elevator had never left its normal range. They checked the logs. According to the system, the elevator never went above the 12th floor. I quit that job a month later. Sometimes, when I step into elevators now, I notice buttons scratched out, numbers that don't officially exist, and I always wonder who they're meant for.
This is the one that still keeps me awake. I had just moved into a small rental house in a quiet neighborhood, the kind of place where nothing ever happens. For the first few weeks, everything was fine, until I started noticing small things out of place. Cabinets left open, lights turned off that I was sure I'd left on. I blamed stress. Moving does that to people. One night, around 2 a.m., I woke up to a tapping sound, soft, rhythmic, coming from my bedroom window. I told myself it was a tree branch, even though there were no trees close enough to reach it. The tapping stopped when I sat up. The next night, it happened again. This time I gathered the courage to look. I pulled the curtain back just enough to peek outside. There was a face, inches from the glass, not pressed against it, hovering just beyond it. Pale, expressionless, eyes wide and unblinking, smiling in a way that showed too many teeth. I screamed and fell back. When I looked again, it was gone. The police searched the area, found nothing. No footprints, no evidence. They suggested it might have been a prank. But the tapping continued every night. Same time, same window. One night, I didn't hear tapping. Instead, I heard breathing. Inside the house. I locked myself in the bathroom and called the police. They arrived quickly this time. They found the back door unlocked and muddy footprints leading to my bedroom window from the inside. I moved out the next day. The house is still empty. Sometimes I drive past it. The curtains are always open now, and occasionally, I swear I see a familiar smile watching from inside.